Alhamdulillah wa salatu wa salam ala rasulillah ma ba'd. The question is asking about this hadith that you can see on your screen here, which has been reported by Abu Dawood and it's been made da'if by Shaykh al-Albani. However, it has been made sahih by others from before Shaykh al-Albani. I believe Abu Dawood was quiet about this hadith, which is a general indicator that he actually saw the hadith as being sahih. But I mean, we can learn from this hadith certain things that you can find from other hadith which are sahih anyway. So it's been narrated by Abu Wahb. Now here's the issue. Abu Wahb, according to many of the ulama, was not a companion. And this is what makes it weak, that it becomes mursal. Others have said, no, he was a companion. And if he was a companion, then it is not mursal, then it is not da'if. Even those who say that it is mursal, they will say that Abu Wahb narrated from Abu Hurairah, and there is a chain there. So this is the discussion as to why it's weak or not. The Messenger of Allah ﷺ said, by the names of call your children by the names of the prophets, and the most beloved names of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala azza wa jal are Abdullah and Abdul Rahman. And then he says, now this is from the prophetic way. He used to give benefits to those people who needed benefits, even if they were on unrelated topics. You might find it in one narration that there are certain benefits that the Messenger of Allah gives, and you might think that they're not connected, but they actually are due to the context. So here he's talking about names, but then he's giving more advice as to keeping horses. So he said, keep horses, wipe their forelocks and posteriors, and prepare them for jihad. Now here, let's just stop. This hadith, where he's talking about horses, is talking about the favor that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us through horses. As the Messenger of Allah said in another hadith, which is in Bukhari and Muslim, Al-Khayl ma'qudun fi nawasiha al-khayr ila yawm al-qiyamah. Al-ajr wal-maghnam. Horses will have reward and goodness and khair and blessings in its forelock until yawm al-qiyamah. Reward as well as booty. Let me say that hadith again. Horses will have blessings in their forelock until Yawm al-Qiyamah in terms of reward as well as booty. There's actually another hadith, and this is in Bukhari also, and Imam Bukhari brings this under the chapter Bab Man ihtasaba farasan liqawlihi ta'ala wa min ribat al-khayr. Keeping horses for the sake of jihad, and this is due to the statement of Allah, wa min ribat al-khayr. Turhibuna bihi adu Allah wa adu'akum surah Tawbah. The Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, anyone who keeps a horse and he prepares it for the sake of Allah. Now let's just stop here. We have to have a disclaimer. I know we're all on the same page here, but this doesn't necessarily mean that we're condoning violence. We're just saying that if the shurut and the conditions for legitimate combat have been fulfilled, then this is the reward for the person who marches forth bravely seeking Allah's face. Anyone who keeps a horse and he does it for the sake of Allah, and he is motivated by his iman, and he is fulfilling the promise of Allah, which is his Jannah. فَإِنَّ شِبَعَهُ وَرِيَهُ وَرَوْثَهُ وَبَوْلَهُ فِي مِيزَانِهِ يَوْمَ الْقِيَامَةِ. Look at the reward. This person who keeps this horse will be rewarded for the food, for the drink, for the dung and the urine of this animal that he is looking after on Yawm al-Qiyamah. This is the station of horses. And this is what we see on the screen here. Keep horses, wipe their forelocks and their posterior, look after them, prepare them for jihad, and do not, because of the rewards that we have seen from these hadith from Sahih Bukhari, and do not prepare them to seek vengeance for killing people in Jahiliyyah. And this is exactly what we just said a second ago. Jihad has its conditions and its rules. Here the Messenger of Allah said you can't do jihad in seeking vengeance or revenge, killing innocent people. Then he said you should seek out the Humayt horse. Now we have another hadith in Tirmidhi, which I don't have access to right now. But the Messenger of Allah described that the darkest coating of a horse is the better one. If you can't, then the darkest coating of a horse, as in not the darkest, but like chestnut kind of color, is the best kind of horse. If not, then the chestnut one with a white mark on the face, and this is what we see with the Kumait. Kumait horses with a white mark on the face and white feet, or red, so it's not as dark in its complexion. Red with a white mark on the face and white feet, or black with a white mark on the face and white feet. The Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Now this is a discussion I've even just looked into just now, that even some scientists are saying that, not that we need scientists, but they're saying that the coat of the horse can affect the performance of the horse. Some of them have discarded it and said, no, that's not scientific, etc. But whether they agree with it or not, the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam is encouraging that we have horses of a darker complexion. When I say darker, it's the chestnutty type colour, and the coat is clean and it is in a good health and good shape. The Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that those are the best kind of horses, and Kumait are from the best of them. So this is the meaning of the hadith. As we can see, irrespective of the colour of their coat though, however, we've already established that keeping horses is something which is praiseworthy and recommended in our religion, and the person will be rewarded Yawm al-Qiyamah if he has the right intention with this. And I think this now explains this hadith, and we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that He grants us tawfiq and success. Allahu a'lam wa sallallahu ala nabina.